Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be making our faux autumn harvest arrangement, and this is a huge real statement of just some of our favourite autumn pieces. I'm styling it in the lavender vase, also works really well with the Suffolk. I think that's how it is on the website, but yeah, any nice big vase that you've got. Now we're going to be starting by creating a little bit of like a shape and a base with the autumn populus. So we've got 5 of these, and just kind of really allowing them to splay out and open is really going to help like build even more kind of coverage, if you like. So I've got one in there, bending it down a little bit. Now what's really tempting is if you've watched my previous tutorials, you'll notice how I talk about kind of creating harmony between the vase and the foliage and the flowers and stuff. So it could be tempting to do this really quite small, but you want to start a bit bigger than you normally would, because we've got 10 stems of hydrangea that are going in here that need room, and you don't want them to feel bunched. So that's why I'm keeping the foliage quite big. So just giving them a little bit of room there. Bring that down a touch. And at the moment, these are going to look a little bit silly because they are falling around all over the place, but that's fine. We've got plenty to bring in with it. I'm going to have one slightly shorter right at the front, just to give it some variation. Okay, next up we're going to get in the hydrangeas, and then we're going to use the rest of the stems to kind of fill it out towards the end. Now with these hydrangeas, there's not really any rhyme or reason to it other than to make them feel like they have their own space and that they're not all in the same direction. So I'm just going to start over there, and I'm going to bend one of them down and have it leaning towards the front. Then I'm going to leave this one, it's bent up a little bit, they're about 1 inch, and just kind of have that in the middle a little bit. Then I might have another one down quite low coming towards us on the other side. And then leave one at full height over there. I might even bend it so it's even more dramatically coming over there, rather than it just feeling really upright. And then towards the back, leave one at full height. You could bend one down, have it coming around there, and then we've got 3 more to pop in. And I'm going to try and get one in here. So I'm just bending that about 1 inch. I'm just making sure there's a little bit of space between them. And then this last one, I'm probably going to have over here. Maybe try and get it to stand out a little bit like that. So now we've got a really amazing base of hydrangeas and foliage. We're going to break them up a little bit now by using our lovely wheatgrass and dried poppy spray. So I'm going to use the wheatgrass first. And this just adds such a lovely colour tone, movement. You do just want to spend a couple of seconds just opening out the branch so that you get a really nice fluffy texture and a bit of movement going on. And the aim here is just to break everything up. So can you see here we've got quite a solid amount of hydrangea. So if I just pop that in the middle there, all of a sudden it just naturally breaks it up and feels just much more natural. We'll do the same on this side. they just kind of fall over them really nicely. And I'm going to have one a little bit higher up, maybe in here somewhere. Just bend that down about an inch. Like so. And another one on the other side. Now I don't want it to be the same exact height, and I might have it kind of falling, bending towards this way. Like so. Lovely. And then lastly, we've got 4 stems of our beautiful dried poppy spray, and these just add like a tiny bit of grey touch to it, which really brings out the lighter tone in our moss green hydrangea. So similarly to how we've done with the wheatgrass, the aim of this is to just break everything up, add a completely different shape and texture, and just keep it all really interesting. And the beauty with these is that you can bend them really in any way that you want. Play around with the positioning of them. Maybe one on this side. I think it might be nice to have one almost, yeah, like standing like really quite tall, poking out the top there. And then one over here, slightly lower down. And that's it, a pretty incredible autumn display. I'm going to pop it on the space behind me so that I can stand back a little bit and get a feel for it. But generally speaking, very happy with that. I'm actually just going to pull this one down ever so slightly. But otherwise, autumn in a vase with our autumn harvest arrangement. If you do have this in your home, I would really love to see it because it just would suit somewhere so grand. So please do send me any photos, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon.